Borges? I don't know. All right, where's he?
He was sitting with Wayne in
In the hallway. All right. Yeah, let's go, right? We got a flight to catch?
That's right.
All right. Obviously, happy to get the win. Obviously, credit. Tried to wait for you, Dave.
Thanks.
Credit. I thought Georgetown, when they're healthy, get with Heath back and Murray, they're hard to guard. And I thought those guys made some really tough shots, and obviously just happy that we're able to deal with the adversity and the pressure of the situation, being down one. In a game you could ill afford to lose, and guys did a great job closing it out.
What does it say about Alex Caravan as a freshman to come up with those big shots?
Yeah, I mean, we're lucky to have him in a UConn uniform. Kid, it's so surprising. There's not many freshmen in the country that have been as consistent, solid, and just he's made our team so much better this year with his just understanding of the game and just big block and obviously the big three.
Talk about putting length on Spears for most of the game of 44, as opposed to putting quickness on him.
Yeah, I think he's such a great mid-range jump shooter with rhythm, especially going right. I think we wanted to send him left where he shoots 20, maybe 25%. Worse going left off the dribble in the mid-range, and Andre did a great job, I think. And then I think he also too, he really played like a point guard out there a lot too. He was really putting Murray and Cudis and Jay Heath in some good spots.
Speaking of point guards, you have to manufacture offense or create offense using a lot of handoffs, pistol, weave action and stuff like that. Well, how about this development? Are you getting back to what UConn basketball does with their point guards in terms of letting them?
Yeah, probably even a little bit more like what we used to do with the Rhode Island guards, or what we did with R.J. Cole. I think Tristan's starting to come on as a secondary perimeter scorer. Jordan had a tough shooting night. Happens to a lot of guys when they go home. Maybe they're a little bit too amped up, but the emergence of Tristan. The only disappointing thing today, I think, for us was it just didn't shoot a free throw until that 1-on-1 in the second half to finish a game. With the 5 free throws. I know we took the 24 threes and made 12, but we've been getting to the free throw line a lot. So I think we got to look. We got to look at that and figure out why we only took 5.
This is the kind of game you want from Andre in terms of just everything he did defensively, the assists, the rebounds. Obviously, he did hit 1 3, but he's obviously still pretty tentative offensively, it seems. But is this kind of like him coming back?
I think that was part of why we wanted to put him on Spears. Was we wanted him just like on the ball early and into the action, and just wreaking havoc during the game, which he did. For the most part at them. And I think he had a good plan today, minus the floater in the first half. I think he had a pretty good plan. I think there's a couple of other chances as he grows and figures out when they're playing him so soft that he's got to kind of remember. But he had 10, 7, 7 points. I mean, when we get dominant center play and Andre's flying around, that's when we're really good.
And Tristan really, it seems like he's been playing a lot better lately, and with that, some better play from you guys.
Yeah, listen, our defense still isn't there. Credit Georgetown, I thought they made some really hard shots at times. But our defense is still obviously an issue. But right now we got two perimeter guys that I think are scaring opponents right now, in Tristan and Jordan. A stretch 4-man that really helps us do a lot of things offensively again. If we could get the dominant center play and get Andre back to being Andre and get the bench going, we could resemble that team that we were earlier.
And when they go ahead 61, I'm sorry, just last one for me. You had some spurts, and then they would count. You just couldn't stop their counters, and then they go ahead finally. What were you feeling there? I mean, was it?
Getting into 7, 8, and I don't. You don't really think about anything. I mean, you're just really trying to think about the next possession, the 5 you got on the court. There's no time to say to yourself while it's happening like this would be a really bad loss. You think about that when you walk out of the tunnel, maybe, and you walk into your locker room. You say to yourself, "Man, this might have, we just this would have been a tough one in terms of the metrics and everything that's at stake for us." But there was a lot of pressure on us down in that last under 4 timeout because the group knew we could ill afford to come and lose here.
Hey, Coach dominated the offensive boards, had a lot of second chances. How is that matchup working in your favor against their size where you do get those opportunities?
Yeah, I mean, they were effort, just great effort plays. I thought Adama, did a great job with it. Andre is tough to, our guards have size, so they're hard to block out. I mean, Tristan's 6'4", 6'5". Andre is closer to 6'7". Jordan had 2 offensive rebounds. We've got bigger guards, which allows us to really attack the glass, not just with our 4s and 5s, but with our perimeter guys.
And also in the first matchup, you forced Brandon Murray into 8 turnovers. Today, he had 7 turnovers. What is it, you talk about your guards, what is it about it that has him struggling with his ball handling and his decision making?
Yeah, I mean, he's wired to score, as Kamani Young would say. And we didn't always do a good job with it, or a lot of times we didn't, but we just wanted to show him bodies. He should have saw more blue jerseys today and forced him to facilitate and play make. Because his natural instinct, and he's really good at it, is to go and score the ball. And he's obviously not as good a facilitator as he is a scorer.
How is Alex able to stay so consistent? He goes to halftime without any points, and then.
I mean, he's just not a complicated guy. I mean, I don't deal with his inner circle. I mean, he's like a grown-up. I mean, it's like, because he works hard. He cares about team. He doesn't care if he's taking 4 shots. He's not delusional. He cares. He's just, he's like Andre in a sense, where you just. We end up, you attract who you are when you get people like Alex and Andre. It's just like, they don't think about themselves, so they don't feel like, he didn't feel a lot of pressure, Alex, because he's not thinking about Alex 24 hours a day. And another 3 minutes I could have went on that.